My name is Anirudha Tadpatri. I'm originally from Bangalore, but I'm currently based in Munich. I have been playing the tabla for about 20 odd years now, and thank you Kumarji and Rahulji for having me over. It's a great initiative of introducing people of Munich to different forms of other sort of music which is coming from all across the world. So I would like to introduce the instrument first, what it is, its history, its origin, followed with some basic language of the instrument before I jump to a short demonstration of the instrument in itself. So, the two pair of drums you see here is called the tabla. One is called the treble drum or the actual tabla. This is called the baya or the bass drum. This gets you the higher and the mid-higher frequencies, and this gets you the lower frequencies. The combination of these two frequencies is what makes this instrument very unique. So, the tabla is pretty new. It's about 200 to 300 years old, and it's an instrument which was born from its parent instrument called the pakhavich. Pakhavich is basically the same drum but the horizontal version of it. You just keep it the other way around, like horizontally, and play it. The beauty, or there's a funny story associated to how tabla was born actually. So, dating back, there are different angles to the origin of the instrument in itself, but one of the angles to it is there was a great poet and a composer called Amir Khusrau, who was in the 13th century era, and he was a very famous composer, and he used to play the pakhavich, that is the parent instrument of this new instrument called the tabla. So one day he was playing all day long, and his wife, basically, she got frustrated and she got pissed and just threw a stick at the instrument or a stone or whatever that actually broke the instrument. He was so interested in bringing up different sorts of music, and then he was basically, for the love of the pakhavich or the drum that he was playing, he just kept those two broken pieces vertically and started playing. That's how this instrument was born. Basically, when you say science or when you say mathematics or any sort of domain, there are different schools of thoughts. Just like those domains, tabla has several such schools of thoughts and philosophies as well. We call it the gharana or the bhaj. In Indian language called Hindi, gharana means, the root word of gharana is ghar, meaning house. The origin of different styles of playing of the same instrument gets you different gharanas or bhaj. Bhaj, again in Hindi, is called playing, the way of playing. In tabla, there are 6 broad bhaj or gharanas. Each bhaj, or the way of playing, depends on how you actually play with respect to your fingers. For example, I would like to show a very short demonstration on how the oldest gharana, called the Delhi gharana, Delhi meaning Delhi, the current Delhi, but the origin of this particular gharana is Delhi gharana. So it mainly focuses on the playing with just the two fingers. All of the compositions from this school focuses on playing with just these two fingers. For example, if you see, I am only using these two fingers. This is the oldest gharana, called the Delhi gharana. Then comes the Farrukhabad. It gets you a flavor where you see, you use four fingers ideally, or the other name for it is called the Purab. It's like this. If you were to play something like Dha Traka Dhinna Dhin Dhinna, this is the Farrukhabad gharana. And then comes the Lucknow. If you were to play the same phrase in this Lucknow gharana, how it would probably sound is, it's more towards the edge and more heavy. And then comes the Punjab gharana. It has a different angle to it. It has a lot of mathematical calculations associated to it. And one of the most famous tablas from the Punjab gharana is Ustad Zakir Hussain Khan sahab. So it is more or less like this. So this is the way how it's generally played in Lucknow gharana. And then comes the Banaras. It's more open. It gets you the feel of the original parent instrument called the pakawaj, like I mentioned previously. It's more open. So these are some of the different schools of playing the instrument. So before I move to the demonstration of the instrument, I would like to explain a bit of the components of the drums in itself. The tabla, the treble drum, basically is made of goat leather. This is called the maidan. This is called the kinar. This is called the shahi or dhaki. This black layer is what gives you that resonance in the sound. This is made of fine iron powder mixed with a bit of rice starch and some water. The amount of layering that goes on top of it gets you that you play with the frequencies of that instrument. And these are the bars, and these are some of the wooden pieces that are used to tune the instrument up and down. So the more you put the wooden pieces down, the harder or the tighter the skin gets, and hence you get to a higher frequency. Similarly, the other way around. One of the other reasons why I got this bass drum is, you see, there are no bars anymore. This is a new technology in the tabla, where you have these screws. You basically tighten the screw, which consequently tightens the skin, and you can play with the resonance of it. So, the combination of the treble and the bass drum, like I said, is the beauty of this instrument. I would like to present a very famous composition from one of the schools of the tabla called the Farooqabad Gharana. So it's a very famous composition, or in the language of tabla it's called the rela. Rela is more or less like a fast-paced composition which you play. And before I jump into that, I have a short intent on showing you what exactly is the background to it. That's called the tanpura. The one which you're hearing right now is called the tanpura. It's a 4-string instrument. And so it gives you the fundamental base on which you can tune your instrument from the tabla's perspective, and from the vocalist perspective, it gives them a base on which they can sing. And I would be presenting a short demonstration, like I said, in a rhythmic cycle called Teen Tal. Teen Tal is a set of beats which sums up to 16. It's a very, very famous tal or a rhythmic cycle in Indian classical music. And most of the tabla players perform in that tal. It goes like this: dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is one cycle which is set to 16 beats. And now for percussionists mostly, we use something called the lehra. It is usually played with the harmonium and other melodic instrument, or santur. I'm preferring santur right now. So this is a melodic equivalent of what I showed you, the set of 16 bits. I'll show you. 1, 2. So this is the first bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. So from listening to this, I know when the 7th beat is, when the 10th beat is, when the 15th beat is, and when the first beat again starts. I'll be presenting some compositions in this, and a rela, like I said. So here on, no more talking, just playing. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. a very famous composition again from the Farooqabad Gharana, which Ustad Zakir Hussain Khan Sahab popularized very much actually. It's called the deer composition actually. So, like when a deer is basically in a grassland or in a forest, it's just minding its own business, eating grass or whatever it finds on its way. And then, at a point, it finds a lion. It sees a lion. And then, the moment it sees it, it cannot stand at the same place. It jumps, and it goes. So, the equivalent composition of this scenario is like this. It sees the lion. Follow-up composition to it. So with this composition, I would like to end my short talk on the much bigger beauty of this instrument actually. I thank Kumarji once again and Rahulji for having me over. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to showcase and spread the word of Tabla. And thank you all for listening. I really hope you got what the instrument is, and looking forward to much more opportunities and meeting you guys again. Yeah, thank you so much.